NHL Nightly with your host, the sportsman, a.k.a. Peter Lebowski, a.k.a. Jeremiah Maxwell. And with him, as always, maybe Perlo Wisdom and Rico in Barry.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Look at, we got Steve Perlo Wisdom coming in bright and loud and clear. Hopefully we get Rico here real soon. I tell you what, Perlo, I don't know about you, my man. I had a hard time keeping up with all the games today.
Yeah, lots of games.
Yeah, so let's just rehash them because the biggest news of the day was really Joseph Woll wasn't going to play for the Leafs, but we'll start with that game. Dennis Hildeby comes in, and Toronto, I mean, I think they look like the better team. They got nothing from their top lines either. So 4-2, they beat the Devils in their home opener. The Devils, who look really tough. Max Pacioretty gets a goal. Bobby McMahon scores. Steve Laurent scores. And then you get a goal from John Tavares. So really, you get nothing from Matthews, Marner, Nylander, and you win the game. That already reeks at Craig Berube hockey to me. If you're a Leafs fan, you got to be feeling really, really good about that.
Yeah, I had New Jersey to win that game too, but
I had a prop on Dawson Mercer and to get a goal because that was Rico's goal scoring prop, and I had a prop on Dougie Hamilton to get a point, and then I had Charlie Coyle getting a goal. That was the other Rico goal scoring prop, and I had my own Shane Pinto getting a goal. Shane Pinto is the only thing I hit, but if I would have hit, I would have won $518 on a $25.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a four-leg parlay. Okay. So I listened to my main man Hot Take Hockey call this game. I really felt like the Leafs were pretty much in control of this game from start to finish. I really didn't see anything from the Devils. I really am kind of going to be interested when they get Hughes and Pesci back. I don't really want to judge. I think a couple of the goals were fluky. But like Toronto coming off a loss where they had 47 shots and they were fresh, I expected them to be a little bit better than the team that's coming back from, Prague. And I think it showed tonight in Buffalo too. The Kings and the Buffalo Sabres played. That was a yawner, man. That game was really, really yawny all day. No score until the third. Kopitar ends up getting the hat trick in the third. He scores on a power play to put them up, and then he gets the empty netter to get himself a hat trick. So I believe Kopitar leads the NHL in goals right now. Bruins and Canadians. Bruins looked much better, but they let the Canadians come. Yeah. No worries, Rico. Don't worry about it, buddy. If you're listening to the show, Rico, you just chill, my brother. Rico's starting a new job, so we are not going to put a lot of pressure on him to be on the show. I appreciate him, and I'm glad we got Perlo. I can do it by myself. It's just so much better to have these guys because you get different opinions, and Steve does such a good job. Perlo Wisdom does such a good job of breaking down the handicapping, and we watch the games, man. We're doing everything we can to watch the games and see what we see. I was feeling real rundown today too, Rico, so don't feel bad. It snowed here today.
It's that time of year where you're kind of like a little run down. Everything is kind of like gloomy outside, all that kind of stuff.
It was nice. It was a beautiful day. Actually, it was sunny later in the day. It actually got really nice up to like high 40s, but I just was really tired. I mean, I got on the bike with the wife. We tried to walk the dogs and then got kind of curtailed by some moose. Okay, so I've been watching a little bit of this Utah Hockey Club Islanders game. Utah had the chance to go up on the power play. They end up giving a shorthanded goal, and then they score on the power play. I think Dylan Guenther may have 4 goals. He has 3. He has 3 on the season. He has 2 in this game.
Wow.
Or he had 2 in the last game. So Dylan Guenther turned into a real player. Lawson Krause.
He's from my end of the woods, too.
Yeah, I heard he's an Edmontonian. Did he play for the Edmonton Oil Kings? Correct, if I'm wrong?
He did. Yes, he
okay,
did.
I have the scores in the ticker, too, guys, if you're watching. It looks like we got a lot of people on Twitter. So I mean, or 5. So yeah. So I didn't get to see a lot of this game, but it looks really good. It's been pretty back and forth. Ian Cole got a double minor, so the Islanders have had a chance to go up 4-2 here, but it looks like that got killed by. I'll tell you what, and Perlo, you and I have been on this for a long time. I am a huge fan of Andre Tourney. What a coach! And this team now that has money and support looks like they're getting the. I also, Blaine Forsythe is on his bench, former Capitals assistant. I'm not ruling this team out as a playoff team, man. And the one team I wanted to get a little bit of a look at tonight, I didn't get to watch any of this game. Dallas and Predators, I have it up here, 4-2. The Stars are kind of working over the Preds. So the Stars are what we thought they were, a Stanley Cup contender, right?
I had the Stars today to win this game. I think Nashville's going to be a good team, but when you make all those kind of moves,
yeah, it's going to take a while for them to gel, for sure. I agree.
It's going to take them a while for them to gel. So, and your first game has got to be against the Stars.
A home game too, right? Yeah, you're opening up against arguably, the second best team in the Western Conference last year, and the Western Conference was a juggernaut.
That's a lot to ask. That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I
got the over in the Penguins Wings game.
Well, what is that? What do you need that? What do you need for that?
I need one more goal. One more goal from someone.
I have that game on. That third period just started. Red Wings are at home. I think the Red Wings can come at this Pittsburgh team a little bit here. They're going to be a little bit heavy-legged. This is a back-to-back for them. They looked like absolute trash in that game at home. If the Red Wings can kind of,
the problem is they have Husso in that, and it's.
See, I still think he has an opportunity to be a solid in net for him.
Yeah, maybe, but he's been in.
He was so good for the Blues like 2 years ago.
So many injuries after the St. Louis. It's not his fault. Fair. But I mean,
I know he was banged up a lot last year, so they had a lot of injuries. The New York Islanders just scored with 2 minutes left to go.
Good 3-3. I didn't bet anything on
that. Makes that 4-3. That makes it 4-3. Yeah, that's 4-3 now. Yep. That's that Russian kid. Tispelenko. I'm sorry.
Tisplakov.
Soplakov. Okay. Yep. My bad. I got the volume down. So, I think Detroit took a penalty. Edvinson does not like the call. Oh, my God, dude. That should have been a penalty on Pittsburgh. Oh, my God, dude. I do not know how. That was ridiculous. The Pittsburgh guy put the guy into the boards. Should have clearly been a penalty on Pittsburgh, too. I would be absolutely incensed if I was Peter DeBoer on this one. Oh, and how about that? Utah comes right back and scores. It's 4-4 before I can update the score. What a pass. Oh, my God, dude. This is a good game, man, right here. This is what happens when you have these crazy nights. So we have a 4-4. The one thing I'd say if you're a Detroit Red Wings fan and you're a little bit worried about Pittsburgh's power play, don't. They still look bad. So I saw nothing that made against the Rangers, and I think they had 6. I think they went 0 for 6 against the Rangers, if I read it right. So, wow, the Utah Hockey Club making it. So also, Siplikov, you got that right, Maxim Siplikov. They haven't even so. Oh, they haven't even credited the goal yet on NHL to whoever it was. For the here, let me look at their box score. Oh, it might have been Josh Doan. Might have been Josh Doan with the goal there. Yep, Josh Doan. How about that, Josh Doan? Nice. Sorry about the pause there. There's so much going on. We've got all these Central Time games. Pittsburgh did score on the power play, so of course I'm going to eat shit on that one. So it's 5-2 there. That game's probably, I mean, there's 18 minutes left. There's time for the Red Wings to get back in it. You hit your over, Perlo. So there you go.
For which one?
For Pittsburgh, Detroit. That's
5-2. Hit the over. Yeah, hit the over.
You got your over. All right, buddy. Yeah, I didn't get your bets today, so I didn't have anything for you. But Occupancy sent me some good ones, so I put out a couple. I like the Bleacher Report so much better.
I didn't send my bets to you.
Nope, you didn't. But that's okay, man. Like I gotta have them before 2:00 my time, so that's like 4:00 your time. But I just like once the game starts, it's hard for me to do. I try to have all this stuff. Malkin, by the way, was your power play goal scorer for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the Yzer plan might need to get flushed down the toilet if the Red Wings are this bad. I mean, they're losing to a team that got beat 6-0. And look, I mean, the Rangers were the best team in the NHL record-wise last year, so no shame in that. And Pittsburgh didn't make the playoffs, but we'll see. Wild and Blue Jackets are playing. We haven't even talked about that game. It's 2-1 Wild. I think the Wild's defense is going to keep them in games, and they have decent goaltending.
I have the Wild -1.5.
Yeah, I mean the Blue Jackets are going to be they're in for a rough year, man. Boone Jenner's out now. That was some news too. Boone Jenner out for
like what's going on with Columbus that you have this kind of juju? Like holy crap, man!
I still
Lying has to get traded.
You know what though, Perlo? It comes in waves, right? They've got an opportunity. They're going to be some good things happening. They're going to win the #1 overall pick this year, like Frank Saravelli said, and they're going to get James Hagens from BU, and it's going to be awesome. Stars are still beating the Preds 4-2. I wanted to have that game on. I might actually put that game on because Pittsburgh is kind of running away with this one.
Yeah, I took Dallas to win this game.
Yeah, but I wanted
to because I don't like Nashville. It's just
yeah.
It's going to take a while for that to like you got Marchessault, you got Stamkos. Like it's going to take a while for that to all gel together. You know,
I'm definitely not rooting. I put this up. I thought if this was the one, if I had to pick one game, this would have been the game. I was really interested in the Bruins, Montreal, and the Leafs, New Jersey Devils because look, New Jersey Devils and Leafs. A lot of teams are picking them to be in the conference finals or the cup finals. So those are teams I want to see. I really like what I'm seeing from Toronto. If they're getting secondary scoring, it's only a matter of time before Nylander and Matthews and those guys. If you'd have told me those guys would be scoreless through 2 games, all 4 of those guys without a point, 3 of those guys, Marner, Matthews, and Nylander, I'd have been like, oh, I don't know about that. But okay, so Utah and the Islanders are in overtime. What a great goal by Josh Doan. Nashville's on the power play here, 4-2. They could get back in this in a quick, but nice clear from the Dallas Stars. Rupe Hintz has a goal, and if he's healthy, we know what he is. He's a Selke Trophy winner. I think he could win the Selke this year. I think he was my pick. No, I said Niku Hischier. My bad. I think I said Niku Hischier, but I would not be shocked. Anyway, the Selke's the only trophy I care about anyway. I feel like the other ones are a lot more subjective and like – I mean, you and I both agree. Kucherov should have won the Hart this year. He had 140 assists and he had 42 goals or 44 goals. It's like he ran away with the Art Ross, and everybody's like, "Oh, he has good players on his team." But like, yeah, dude. But I mean, to have 100 assists, it's like been done by 3 other times. And McDavid was one of the guys, and he did it this year. And McDavid didn't win the Hart. So, I mean, I respect McKinnon winning it, but I would have been okay with Kucherov winning it for sure. And I think he's gonna have.
I would have been more than okay. Kucherov should have won it.
Yeah.
He had over 50% of the points for Tampa Bay in that. Kucherov was the winner of that. Period. End of story.
Well, I just want to say real quick, thanks for the people that are on X and in the YouTube chat. I know we got a quiet one tonight, but leave a like, subscribe, tell your friends. We're putting out some good bets, man. And we love talking hockey. We get specific. I just got notified yesterday. Frank Saravelli is going to come on the show at some point. I just got to work that around his schedule. We're going to have some other interviews with some other NHLers that will be off time, but be looking for those. Check out our interviews with Colby Armstrong, Nick Maroc from the Dallas Glassbanger fame. And we had Sammy McKee from Sportsnet. Sam, I think, is a real smart Leafs fan, and he covers the game and he talks about it every day. So you could look at all his stuff. And we had Tyler Yaremchuk from Oilers Nation. And I really like Tyler, and I think he's one of the best out there. And check out him and Liam Horberan's show, Oilers Nation, if you're a diehard Oilers fan. They're great. Love all those daily face-off guys, the Morning Cup of Hockey and stuff. So just want to, I feed my day with those guys. And they always give us great stuff. It was a great interview today, Perlo, with the Morning Cup of Hockey guys and the commissioner of the USHL. Which is basically the number one junior league in the US. And I think more USHL players have been getting drafted in the NHL as per late. And there are Canadians that play in the USHL. And he was very much for this NCAA stuff. He doesn't think it's going to hurt anything. It's just going to get some Canadian kids some options. And Pat Maroon was on with the Morning Cup of Coffee guys, and he had some nice things to say about it. His son is 16 now, his oldest son. And so he thinks it's just going to give a kid that's maybe borderline four more years of development in college, and it's going to be a good thing. And then
Minnesota just scored, by the way.
So is that 3-1?
3-1 now.
Okay, so you're watching that game. Thank you so much, Perlo. I right now have the overtime Ottawa, Utah. Oh, and Utah just won it in overtime. Dylan Guenther. Are you freaking kidding me? Dylan Guenther is a man-child, dude. So he has 4 goals on the year. He is your NHL leader in goals, Dylan Guenther. This must be what Andre Tourney told Frank Saravelli when he asked him, what is your number one line? You'll find out soon enough. Dylan Guenther. Did anybody have Dylan Guenther as their Calder Cup winner? Because I don't know that he's played enough NHL games, has he?
No, he's not a rookie now. I would have took him if he was, but he's not. He's played too many games. He played too many games last year. Otherwise, I would have been all
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna look him up on Hockey Reference here. Let's check it out here. Because you are probably right, because we would have heard his name more, right? Well, we could just look at it as NHL one.
I did take Utah to make the playoffs, so
dude. I tell you what, they just won a good one in a tough barn, man. The New York Islanders do not lose at home, and I kind of expect them to be a playoff team, man. They have a lot. So he's definitely played more than enough games. He played 45 games last year, so he can't be the rookie of the year. He had, by the way, he had 35 points in 45 games.
Yeah.
In his first year, he played 33 games. He had 15 points, and he was a -7. He's already right now. He already has 4 goals on the season. Hey, Darkness, we were just talking about Dylan Guenther having 4 goals on the season now, and just hit the overtime winner for the Utah Hockey Club. By the way, really big fan of the Utah Hockey Club's people calling the game. Good stuff. And they brought in some guys, I think Dominic Moore. Okay, so I think the wild one, so the one that intrigues me that we haven't seen anything about or talked anything about would be the St. Louis Blues and the Sharks, right? We got the St. Louis Blues and the Sharks
coming up.
Yeah, so we're going to see Macklin, Celebrini, and Will Smith two potential Calder guys on the same.
I'll tell everybody out there, I got the Sharks money line first period.
Okay.
Plus 130. I think the Sharks are going to surprise the hell out of St. Louis here. I think they're going to come out barreling. I don't know if they'll win the game, but I think the first period they're going to have it.
Uh-oh. Seattle's driving too. Thursday nights are going to be a light night for us for a while, unless the games are bad. So, it's 23-17, 49ers Seattle. Let's get some points here, boys. I need some stuff from the Seahawks. I could use some stuff from Brandon Ayuk too.
Oh, I just barely got the Guardians. Just barely got the Guardians over the
did you have the Guardians?
I had the Guardians. Just
did they win? Oh, they won 5-4. Okay, yeah. So occupancy and it looks like the Yankees are up 3-1 on the Royals, so that's probably over.
Yeah, I already have I have the Yankees too, but
so that means the Yankees will play
I was a little more worried
too, huh? So I heard the Guardians were a really good team. So I was kind of surprised.
They're good for sure, but this Tigers team is feisty as hell.
Don't you have there's 4 Canadian players on the Guardians, I believe. I think there's 4 baseball players.
Is there really?
Yeah. Look at their roster. I think I heard that from Tyler Yaremchuk, actually. Give Tyler from Oilers Nation a little bit of credit.
4 Canadians on the Tigers? Wow, I didn't
No, on the Guardians. On the Guardians. The Cleveland Guardians.
Oh, okay, on the Guardians. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know who they are. I have no idea. I've watched zero baseball. You guys will see me wearing a Dodgers hat. I've been a Dodgers fan my whole life, but I have not watched a baseball game in years. I think the last time I watched a full game was when the Cubs won the World Series in 2016.
I started getting into baseball about 5 years ago, and now I love it. I love baseball.
Oh, rough start. Salty. You're talking about for the Wings, Salty? Yeah. I mean, dude, they should have been able to handle Pittsburgh. I'm worried about them. I mean, 5-3, it's still going. They're on the power play. If they could get a goal here, shoot, I might have to switch back. So yeah, maybe I'll put this on over here. I'll put Pittsburgh Red Wings on here. We'll go Red Wings broadcast. Arm Dogs, shout out our friend Colby Armstrong. He is calling the color for the Pittsburgh. So that'll be cool. That's cool. It's lovely to always hear Arm Dog. I'm a big fan.
He's doing color commentary for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he's doing color commentary for Pittsburgh. He's working for Sportsnet, and I said that in our interview with him. So, cool. Way to pay attention.
That's awesome.
Don't
ask me to remember
to make it 5. Oh, that was 5-3. My bad. So does DeBrincat have 2 goals in this game? I think DeBrincat has 2 goals. Yep, he has 2 goals. So if the Red Wings can get on the board here real quick, there's still a lot of time left in this game, Salty. 11 minutes left. If the Red Wings can get on this board, they can put some pressure on this Pittsburgh team because, use your speed against this Pittsburgh team. Get it up the ice. I mean, that's really what they got to be doing here. But it's not looking good. Well, Pittsburgh just got it out of their own end on unforced error. But
all I care is I got the over. I didn't take anybody to win the game.
You definitely hit the over with Malkin's power play goal.
That's all I care
about. Boy, if you're you got to be kicking yourself, Salty, if you're a Red Wings fan on this one, because you give up that power play goal to a team that's not good on the power play, or hasn't been, should be obviously, but was 0 for 6 against the Rangers, and no, nothing against the Rangers. They don't have the world's greatest penalty kill. I mean, what I saw from Edmonton in the playoffs was impressive. That's probably one of the best PKs I've seen in a very, very long time. The Caps went on a run in their good years where they had some really good PK. And then, of course, they just have a lethal power play, or usually do, or did at one point. So I I just think if you could have kept this a 1-goal or 4-2, now they're in it. I mean, you just, I expected Detroit to be a little bit better defensively, man. They don't, to me, those young guys, you figure Snyder, Evanson, they're going to step up, but maybe they're not ready, man. I still think they have the pieces here, Perlo, to be a really good team.
Who's that?
The Detroit Red Wings.
It just,
hey, John,
the cohesion on that team is not there yet. Like it's a whole bunch of players and
yeah,
it's there isn't a cohesion on that team. It's weird. Their defense is bad.
Well, yeah, I expect that to improve.
Yeah, and goaltending is a bad spot. Husso, like Lion, Husso.
I know, Dominic. 50 years, man. Get on Instagram if you're not following the Capitals and check out all the cool stuff. They're posting a bunch of great photos of like Oli, the goalie, Peter Bondra. I'm sure our good friend Nick Kiprios will be going down there he's a Capital alumnus. I think they're having everybody at the alumni thing. So it's going to be cool, man. I think the Caps play their first game. Do they play tomorrow? No, I think Saturday is the Caps' first game against the Devils. So that'll be their first game of the season. So we'll see. We're going to get the Devils coming off a loss too. So, okay. So tomorrow we only have 5 games, which thank goodness, right? Or 4 games. Tomorrow we have the Lightning, Hurricane, Blackhawks, Jets, Blues, Golden Knights. So, wow, Blues are going to have another quick turnaround. And then Flyers, Canucks. So Flyers, that'll be playing their first game. And I think Lightning and Hurricanes are playing their first games too because they had to postpone. That was the other thing. Then Tampa got hit pretty hard. Looks like there's a lot of devastation from the hurricane there. I saw that Tropicana Field, like it had the roof. I mean, it's a cloth roof or whatever because it's a dome thing, but it was torn off. So nothing that can't be fixed, obviously, probably the least important thing in that. But that was in St. Petersburg. So I've been looking because, we have our friends Logan Hacker, Hot Take has Najee Thompson call the chats on his chat a lot. And then Austin Sobalski. Those guys all live in that Tampa area. So, knock on wood, they're all doing good and being okay and stuff. So,
Flyers on the road against Canucks.
Is that the Flyers' first game too?
I think so.
Yeah,
it's on the road.
Yeah, definitely the Flyers' first game, and then
Canucks got to be pissed off here.
Oh man, I feel bad for the Flyers, quite frankly, because Rick Tocchet's like they were up 4-1, man. But give Calgary that.
I had Vancouver on the puck line. And I went to bed on the second period.
Oh, you woke up to an L.
I woke up and went like, what the?
You woke up to an L. Dude, Perlo, I have to tell you, you flipping missed out. I watched that entire game. Mantha had a Gordie Howe hat trick. He got in a fight with JT Miller. He got an assist, and then he got a goal, man. And then that Connor Zary kid with a really beautiful overtime goal. I like that. Calgary went up 5-4, and then unbelievable pass up the ice to Quinn Hughes for JT Miller for a clap bomb to tie it. And I was like, oh shoot. I go, Vancouver's going to get lucky. They got a point out of it, right? They got a point out of it. But I go, they got lucky because they should have lost that game. And they gave away. I mean, they gave up 4 unanswered goals, basically. And then they come back, JT Miller. And then it goes to overtime. It was just a great game, man. It's just why I was so happy hockey's back.
I know. I had to go to bed early, and I freaking hated it. But yeah, I thought I had it.
Yeah, dude, Perlo, you can never go to bed. You can never turn off a hockey game. I've been at games where they've come back from 6-goal deficit. I changed the channel at 5-1, crazy game. No, Rick, it was only 4-1. It was only 4-1, and then it became 5-4 Calgary. Yeah, it was only 4-1, Rick.
let's quickly go over the games for tomorrow, and then
and then we call it a night. Yeah, for sure.
call it a night.
So
Hurricanes, Lightning, right?
Yeah, I like Carolina in this one, man. A lot of devastation going on in Tampa too, but Pittsburgh just scored again, so it's 6-3. We'll see what Tampa is. I still think Tampa's a playoff team. I think people are losing their minds. They're a top 3 team in that Atlantic, more than likely, depending on how good Boston is.
Well, because they're a system-based team, right? Like, okay, they lost a couple of guys, but they're still going to play the system. They're still going to play the Brindisi system, right?
Yeah, Crosby's not washed, Dominic. He's played fine. The rest of the team is really bad, man. But good for them. I mean, this is definitely an indicator that the Detroit Red Wings are not making the playoffs to me. You lay a stinker to Pittsburgh, who's on a back-to-back. Now, I get it. Pittsburgh got their ass whooped, so you expect their best. But, like, they're on their back-to-back. You should be dominating this third period. Absolutely ridiculous. You haven't played at all this year. So, yeah, sorry, Salty, but your Red Wings don't look good. Looks like Dallas is going to beat this Nashville team, too. Okay, Blackhawks, Jets. What do you got for Blackhawks, Jets?
We didn't do Hurricanes, Lightning. I
said Hurricanes.
Hurricanes, Lightning. I like
Lightning are plus 110. You get good money on taking the Lightning.
The Kings here, and I like the draw first period.
Okay,
I think it's going to be a tight first period, under 1.5 or something like that. Okay, Blackhawks, Jets.
Blackhawks are plus 200. If you want to make a buck, put $10 on the Blackhawks at plus 200. But the Jets are going to smash the Black. You know what, Willow? I take the under in this game, and I bet you it's a close game.
I take the Jets to destroy the Blackhawks here.
Okay, you think it's going to be
not even going to be
the over. You like the over then? 6.
I take the Blackhawks under 1.5 goals, and the Jets. They're going to ruin the Blackhawks here.
Okay, we'll see. Every time you say that, I get nervous. But I'm with you. Okay, Blues at Golden Knights. The over/under is 6. The Blues are plus 160 road dog. I saw the Golden Knights beat the Avalanche 8-4. They're going to smash this Blues team. Who should have already had a loss.
Son of a Nashville.
4-3, but there's a minute 35. Ooh, Ryan O'Reilly. He's like, let's go.
Not over yet.
Not over. Yeah, I mean, but if Nashville comes back and wins this and their home opener, I'm not shocked. Like, no surprise. They're going to pull the goalie. I'm not going to be surprised. Okay, so who do you like? Who do you like there? Golden Knights, Blues. Blues are plus 160. The over-under is 6.
I like the Golden Knights all day. Just how much do I think they're going to win by? Because they just beat Colorado 8-4.
Yeah, I think they're going to smash the Blues.
The Blues are going to come off against San Jose. They play 3 games already on the road.
Yeah. This will be their third, and this will be the second night of a back-to-back for them. Yeah, I like the Golden Knights all day long here.
Golden Knights all day. I'm going to say.
CL says you rule.
Binnington's going to be in. Binnington looks really good right now. Binnington looks.
Oh my God,
so good.
Yeah, but he's not going to play. I bet you if Binnington plays tonight against San Jose, he's not playing tomorrow against.
No, he's not. He's not playing tonight. They're playing hopefully.
So he'll play. So Bennington will play the Golden Knights.
Bennington will be in for this game.
I like the over.
The Golden Knights, and I'm going to say.
I like the over.
4-2, 4-1, somewhere around there.
So so you like the under. Okay. All right. The last game was the Flyers Canucks. I just don't know how you take anybody but the Canucks here. Over under is 6 in that one. To me, it's the Canucks. I mean, well, let's see what the Flyers are. I think Matvei Michkov is going to surprise people. I think he's going to run away with the Calder. But let's see.
All I'm doing is taking the under in that game.
Yeah, on that one. Did Vancouver scare you with the goalie? Did Vancouver scare you a little bit with the goalie?
Who's that? What's that?
Did Vancouver scare you with the goalie a little bit?
No, I thought Chilofs is a fantastic goaltender, but they gave up in the third. And you think Tocchet's gonna let them get away with that now?
Oh, no. And they're at home, too. They didn't have to travel, Perlo, so he probably bag skated them. CL said 3-1 Flyers. I love it, CL. Go Flyers.
I don't mind Flyers plus 1.5.
I love both these
teams. It's going to be a low-scoring game, though. A low-scoring game, for sure.
I have to say this. I love both these teams, the Flyers and the Canucks, and want to see them do really well. So I hope it's a great game. I just want
and you're going against Tocchet, right?
Yeah, I just want good games to watch.
This is going to be a low-scoring game. I would say for sure a low-scoring game.
Well, yeah. If you think about the
coaches, it's going to be a grinding out.
Take the under.
Like,
you definitely take the under.
Tocchet is going to beat the shit out of this freaking team. Like, you think you're good? Really? You think you're good? You think you're that good? Like, I can just hear him in my freaking ears right now. My coach. You think you're that good? Really? You just think you can just go out there and score all the goals and do all this shit? We got to get down to getting hard hockey, and Philly's going to play hard hockey. I like the under here.
Yeah,
I would. Philly could win it, or it's going to be a close game. I would take a draw first period. Like, this is going to be a tough game. Tough game.
Yep, I agree. Okay, final thoughts. We talked about. What are your final thoughts so far, and what have you seen? I mean, we've had some pretty lackluster performances from some teams we thought would be very good. Pittsburgh, nice bounce back to get shut out and then score 6 goals against the Red Wings and their open opener. Major props to the Pens. Shout out our good friend Colby Armstrong and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Gotta love that. Hot Take Hockey has them in the playoffs, so let's see.
Hot Take Hockey is who in the playoffs?
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Go comment on his post, man.
I should.
10 seconds left to win this Dallas Nashville game. They have the goalie pulled. Good God, man. These fucking lines.
My last thoughts are,
why is it so hard to drop the fucking puck? Like, seriously. Sorry. I don't understand. Like, it always turns into this thing. Like, just drop the effing puck. Looks like Dallas is going to win this game 4-3. Nice little win for them.
My final thoughts is that loss for Vancouver really, like, it probably shouldn't, but it gets me worried about, like, the way Vancouver has been, like they were up 4-1, they lose in the third period. I mean, we've seen this over and over and over again with Vancouver. Now, Rick Tocchet seemed to change that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that was a terrible loss. Let's face it. And I don't think it's on Chilovs. I think they gave up in the third again. And
they definitely gave up. They gave up. They stopped playing. I'm not going to argue with you. They were up 4-1. They lost the game in overtime 6-5. So usually not a good sign.
No, it's not a good sign, but it's also something that has been in their history to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
well, hey, guys on the West Coast, I want to make sure you tune into the Blues Sharks. Get to see your first shots of Macklin Celebrini. I saw this kid play in the Frozen Four for BU. He looks like he's going to be electric. I think he had 66 points in 34 games played or something. It's going to be exciting. Frank Saravelli says there's not enough fanfare around this guy. I definitely think this guy is going to be a
90% of the scouts out there that because I like to listen to a lot of the scouts and all that. Yeah. 90% of them compare him to Taves.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taves, man. Like, they got a stud here, dude. They have a stud here. For sure, no doubt about it.
So the football game is 23-17 49ers, and the baseball game, and there's 11 minutes left in that. Looks like the Yankees, bottom of the ninth, got the Royals on the ropes. They're up 3-1. The Guardians beat the Tigers to force game 5. So see that. And then I think tomorrow is game 5, Dodgers and Padres. So those teams will go on to play the Mets. So going to be cool. You know,
What about WNBA?
WNBA isn't playing now, Perlo. It's over. Oh, no, they're in the finals, aren't they?
Yeah, it's on tonight.
Oh, yeah, the Liberty won. The Lynx beat the Liberty. Oh, the Lynx won in overtime, 95-93. Yeah, the Lynx won. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
WNBA. Perlo's a WNBA guy. I forgot. Perlo, you start laying WNBA bets on here, man. People will follow us.
I had over on this game, so I got it.
We won't have.
I like the women's basketball.
Well, throw me the WNBA, man. Oh,
for sure. Going to Indiana, going to where the best female basketball player in the world is. I'm gonna go check that out. That'll be cool. What the heck did I have on that game? I'm pretty sure I had the over.
okay. Sorry, guys. Rick Smith is up 2-0. Who's up 2-0? Who's up 2-0, Rick? Oh, Yanks just won. Yeah, that's over. Yep. Okay, guys, that's going to be the show tonight. Appreciate you. Perlo and I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully, Rico. We'll see. Perlo, get some rest. Talk to you guys later.